Good morning. My name is Melissa Baltazar, and I will first begin by giving you a detailed information about my client situation I created. My client's name is Maria Gonzalez. She has two children, 1-year-old Elizabeth Gonzalez and 16-year-old Matthew Gonzalez. She and her husband live together in a small 2-bedroom home in the north side of Fort Worth. She's been referred to me by the school administration as Matthew has missed an excess amount of school. The school district has a limit as far as how many days the student is allowed to miss, and Matthew has missed twice as many at the midpoint of the school year. Both Mrs. and Mr. Gonzalez immigrated to the United States illegally from Mexico. With this, both work full-time jobs. It forced them to work early in the morning to late in the evening, and the parents try to ensure that their jobs don't overlap so that way somebody could watch the kids at all times. However, there are some cases where both of the parents work. So there are instances where Matthew has to stay home and watch his younger sister and family, and they do not have any current family in the United States and cannot afford childcare. In this video, I will be demonstrating the characteristics of boundary setting, active listening, cooperation, and self-perspectiveness. Hello, I'm Melissa Baltazar. I want to thank you for coming in on such a short notice. I want to tell you a little bit about me. My name is, my name is Melissa Baltazar, and I am a Mexican American as well. I grew up in the north side of Fort Worth. I attended Texas A&M University for my undergrad, and I am currently working on my master's degree in social work. My mother is from the United States, and my father is from Mexico. This meeting is just for me to get information about you and Matthew's situation. My hope is for you to be able to be open with me and for us to develop a plan to ensure that Matthew is receiving the education and necessities that he may need. I will ask you a couple questions and would like for you to answer thoroughly. However, if a question makes you uncomfortable, just let me know, because I want this to be a comfortable place as far as discussing your family details with me. Anything you say will remain confidential. I am recording just as part of our policy to do so. I just want to start by asking you to tell me a little bit more about yourself and your family, as far as where you guys are from and what you guys do.
My name is Mariah. My husband lives with me and Matthew and our 1-year-old daughter. And I came to see you because the school told me to come here.
So do you know as far as like why you were referred, or you're not too sure?
No, I don't know. I don't know why I'm here.
Okay. So they just referred you just because I don't know if you're aware that Fort Worth ISD has a limit as far as how many days a student can miss. So he's missed more than that limit, and so he's on the verge of like losing credit since he's in high school. And so we're just kind of a meeting with you to kind of set an action plan as far as like how we can get him into school more and find out like why he's missing school. Nothing to like scare you as far as that. Okay, so now that you know a little bit about what it's about, I don't know if you have any like ideas as far as like what you would hope to gain out of this session, or if there's anything that you may already know that you need from me.
I'm just worried about, are you going to call the police? Is the police going to be involved? Because my husband and I, we don't have papers. We're not documented. So I don't know that I should talk to you.
Okay. As far as like calling the police, I am not planning to. That's not in my agenda to do so. This is more to focus on Matthew and making sure that he gets to school. Giving you the resources, it may be difficult and kind of scary to be in that situation, as I've known others that have been in the same situation, and especially with today's politics, as far as like the president and the fear that people face every day. So I understand that worry, and this is all confidential. Whatever you say will be just between me and you.
Okay. Well, Matthew is absent sometimes because my husband and me work, and Matthew has to watch my daughter sometimes when both my husband and I have to go to work. So don't want Matthew to miss school, but we also need to work because we have to pay our rent, pay our bills, and I don't have anybody else to watch my daughter.
Okay, so you don't have any family that currently lives in or around in the United States, or?
No, all my family is in Mexico, and my husband's family also lives in Mexico. He has one brother here in the United States,
Mhm.
but he is in another state. He lives in California.
Okay. Can I ask more about like the day-to-day responsibilities of everyone in the household?
Yeah, well, my husband, he works in a restaurant. He washes dishes in a restaurant, and I work at the hotel doing housekeeping,
Okay.
and we try to make it to where we don't have to work at the same time, but sometimes we can't do that. So we try to make it to where someone's there. I usually cook and clean for everyone. I wash all the clothes. My husband, when he's home, he watches our daughter and tries to help Matthew with the homework. Matthew just has to help around the house and helps to watch the baby.
Okay. And with your husband who helps him with his homework, is he I guess more like knowledgeable as far as like what Matthew's studying, or is it kind of hard for him to help him?
My husband has been here in the United States longer, so he knows a little bit of English, and he did go to school longer in Mexico.
Okay.
I only went to 6th grade.
Okay. Do either of you guys, so neither of you guys have a college degree?
No.
Nope. And do you know about, I guess as far as Matthew's interest, like, is he active in school, or does he actively have an interest as far as school?
Matthew loves school. He doesn't like it when he has to be absent because he likes to be at school. He likes to learn. He likes his friends, and he has talked to me about going to college. And I feel bad sometimes, but you know, he understands that we have to pay bills and we need our money to live.
Okay, and then, so is it important for you that he finish high school and go on to college, or I'm not sure like how big of a priority that is for you guys, as far as.
Yeah, I would like Matthew to go to college. I want him to finish high school and go to college, because my husband and me, we didn't get to go to school. It wasn't an opportunity that we had in Mexico. So I would like Matthew to do that so he can have a better future than us.
Okay. It is, I don't know if you're comfortable with answering, is that why you guys decided to come to the United States for your son and daughter, or?
Yes, we live in a rural area in Mexico, and there's no opportunities to work there. So my husband came first, and he saved up money and brought Matthew and me here.
Okay, and as far as like your neighborhood and your neighbors, are you close with any of them? So that as far as like I'm looking at this in the as far as the sense of that somebody could help you as far as when it comes to your daughter, and so that your son doesn't have to miss school.
I don't have any family here. I know friends, but some of my friends, they work too.
Okay.
And I work in the mornings, so a lot of them, they take their kids to school, or they also have jobs, and they're not able to help me with babysitting
Okay.
the baby.
And do you, as far as like how Matthew gets to school when he does go, does he walk, or do you try driving him, or I don't know what your proximity is to the school?
We don't live that far from the school. If it is raining or bad weather, one of my friends, she will take him because her son goes to the same school.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's nice, Matthew walks sometimes.
Okay. Okay, and then would you be open to resources such as if I could find daycares or even carpools that are economical for you, like as far as I'm not sure if you're comfortable with that with your 1-year-old?
Yeah, that's okay. That if you could find me some help with that, I would like that so that Matthew doesn't have to be absent to school.
Okay. And then with the work, is it hard, I guess, for you guys to make sure that you are not working on the same days? Are they flexible with you guys as far as if you need to like call in, or are they not?
They're not. Like I say, I work at a hotel, and everything has to be done by a certain time, and we try, but especially during the holidays or stuff, the hotel is very busy, and I can't miss work.
Okay. That's all I have for like just for this beginning intro session. I plan to have some more with you down the road. You know, I would like to set some goals and timelines as far as like resources I would want to provide you. So we can make sure that I just want to make sure they're culturally appropriate, like they're not overstepping any boundaries as far as what you're comfortable with. And I would like to see if I could get your son connected with a peer mentor or someone just in case like he needs that extra support, because I know it could be hard, especially since it's first generation, he's the oldest. You guys might not be too familiar with the like educational system or as far as like the college process. I would like to get him connected with a peer mentor if you'd like that. And then I also know there's resources such as programs such as Upward Bound, which is it's for low-income first-generation college students, and though it does just basically help him with his educational goals, or as far as like getting him to college and making sure that it might help him with time management. So that way, if he does have to stay home or if he has to miss school, he can be proactive during that time too, and maybe do some schoolwork. So I would like to have those resources within the next 2 weeks if that works for you.
Yes,
Or
that's
okay.
fine.
And I'm not sure if I guess I can just ask more of you, like when you're available, because I know that your work is kind of flexible. I don't know if morning works better for you or the evenings. I could
Maybe the
work
evening.
Okay. Is there any questions that you have for me?
No, just thank you for your help.
You're welcome. Okay.
Thank you.
You.